Hi, my name is Lianna, and today I will be presenting about my capstone experience where I got to intern with the United States Environmental Protection Agency under Region 10's PCB program. For my capstone project titled Building Communication Frameworks, How Communication Adaptability Engages Our Communities, I looked at the existing relationship between Region 10 and their community stakeholders in regards to developing cleanup plans, really wanting to know more about how the agency effectively engages in community involvement. My site supervisor was Michelle Mullen, and my faculty advisor was Dr. Wildermuth, part of the School of Law here at UW. Now, traditional agency methods have in the past insufficiently oriented themselves to be audience-based. But for the last 20 years, enhanced communication frameworks, co-developed by the EPA and high-profile community groups here within our region, have introduced newer engagement tools to address these setbacks. However, little research exists surrounding the effectiveness of these newer tools in generating public involvement. Thus, there exists a need to research the viability of these newer strategies and determine how they can be further supported. My research question is asking, what are critical factors when implementing engagement tools in federal partnerships, and where can they be supported? Now, like mentioned, I interned at the EPA as a science and policy intern. One major aspect of my internship involved looking at inadvertent PCB chemicals and understanding their relationships with the health and well-being of relevant community members. One tool that I used, outlined in Figure 1, helped my research by demonstrating what kind of tools were necessary based on the level of involvement needed. Now, this type of tool generated by the EPA helps determine the appropriate outreach strategies based on this spectrum of a level of community involvement, and it's highly used within their community coordinator division. Now, in terms of my methodology, I was emphasizing how public involvement is received through the commentary period of a rulemaking process outlined in Figure 2 through formal interviews. These interviews gauged the differing the differing perspectives of communication tactics between the EPA officials and their community group members. In terms of my results, I just wanted to know more about critical factors of a communication framework and saw that third-party information channels were one of the most critical strategies in contributing to public engagement in a federal partnership. You can see in Figure 3 that both EPA staff and community partners saw the benefit of this particular tool. In terms of potential gaps, many participants saw that the lack of protocol on the execution of communication plans at times did influence a lack of consistency, which you can see is demonstrated in Figure 4, and that additionally, trust continued to be cited as an existing barrier to one-on-one engagement. As for my significance, really, if we want to support some of these non-traditional engagement tools, it's really important that we fiscally and socially incentivize the use of these third-party brokers. And what that really is going to do is aid in the development of the brokerage market to ensure that it viably can engage in these federal partnerships for the long term. And ultimately, that we continue to research these effective communication frameworks with the goal that it fruitfully engages with relevant community groups. I would like to acknowledge my site supervisor, my faculty advisor, my cohort, and really anyone and everyone who has supported me along my UW journey and who helped make my capstone project a reality. Thank you.